Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. So I'm here with a dream. Okay, I actually had this dream while I was taking a little nap. Okay, but anywho, um, as I was allowing God to speak to me, okay, during my nap, this dream was very extensive. It was very interesting. So let's get into it. In this dream, which I feel like this dream is a warning for someone. Okay, this is a warning. Um, in this dream, I saw a woman go and she kind of went to a place to where she was picking out a little girl, like she was picking out a daughter. She got her daughter, and it kind of fast forwards to the daughter at an like in an older state. Um, and the woman is kind of like she has another child, and the girl has grown up and she's now tending to some animals. I think she had like some cats and some dogs or something like that, and it was kind of a rural area, if I said that right. Y'all know I'm country, but it was kind of like a farm type area where she was. And so the woman is basically there to pick her up. And she ends up kind of at this mechanic shop or something. Like, it was like a mechanic shop that she was at to search for the girl, and the girl is there. She forcefully takes her with her. And after she gets her in the car, she starts driving crazy, y'all. Like, she was driving all through the grass, all up over, like, country roads, how the ditches have, I forgot what they're called, but it's to prevent flooding. But anyway, she was driving over those things, those big cement boulder things that they prevent flooding, and they're also intended to create a driveway. Baby, she was flying, flying, flying. She finally gets to where she's going, and it's kind of like a hardware store. And she basically forcefully tells the girl to go inside, and she goes inside. And while she was picking out clothes for her, the clothes that she was picking out for the girl were kind of risky clothes, okay, the kind of clothes that you would want your little girl to wear. And she basically so she then decides to follow the girl with the animals. She has the animals with her, and she's following the girl through the hardware store. And when the little girl gets into the hardware store, nobody's in there. It is completely empty. And she's basically dancing around singing. Okay. And she was basically singing, I gotta go back to my. And she starts singing, "Hey, there's nothing to do. Hey, I got something to prove." And she's basically saying this over and over again, as the woman is like, she's sneakily following her around, like she's trying to see if she's doing what she wants her to. And literally, I'm sorry for laughing, but it's kind of like this woman. I don't know exactly. It's like she was expecting her. She was trying to force her into doing something that obviously she didn't want to do. However, when she got her to the place that she wanted her to be, she literally had nothing to do. Like, she was there by herself, dancing, singing. It was giving me Bratz vibes. Like, I don't know, some of you may have seen the movie Bratz, okay? And in this movie, there's one of the girls in Bratz, I forgot her name, but she was the girl that her parents were really controlling over what she wore. Her parents were very they wanted her to dress a certain kind of way and to behave a certain kind of way and to only partake in certain activities in school. And when she got to school, she would basically come out of the outfit that her parents made her wear, and she would put on what she wanted to wear. And so it was kind of like that it was giving that kind of vibe, like, like the little girl was like she was like, I gotta prove to her that I'm worthy, but at the same time, I have nothing to do. Like, it's kind of like she wanted her to prove herself to her, while simultaneously she was putting her in a box. Like, she was trying to force her to be something that she didn't want to be. She was trying to force her to do something she didn't want to do. And in reality, it was something that she couldn't do, because it's just like, simply, it's not for her. And then I heard God say, if you do that, I will leave you. If you do that, you will not receive what you are expecting. Okay? So let me grab the scripture. This dream was, baby, this was a the scripture comes from Jeremiah 51. Thus says the Lord, see, I rouse against Babylon and against those who live in Chaldea a destroying wind. Against Babylon I will send winnowers to winnow her and lay waste her land. They shall besiege her from all sides on the day of affliction. Let the bowman draw his bow and flaunt his coat of mail. Spare not her young men. Doom her entire army. The slain shall fall in the land of Chaldea, the transfixed in her streets. For Israel and Judah are not widowed of their God, the Lord of hosts, and the Chaldean land is full of guilt, to be punished by the Holy One of Israel. So here's the message, okay? This is either for someone that was asking God for a baby, okay? You asked God for a baby in the past and God gave you the baby. You now have your baby, okay? And this is, I truly feel like this is a literal baby because of the message. This is a literal baby. This is someone that wanted a baby really bad. God gave you your baby, okay? Or this is someone you have been asking God. You have been begging God. You have speaking to God. You have been fasting, praying for a baby. God said he about to give you your baby. This is a baby. This is not just a blessing. This is not just a business. This is not just a house. This is a baby for somebody. They have been asking God so that they can be a parent. You may already have a child, but you want more children. God said he about to bless you with your baby. However, when you get your baby, do not try to impose your ideas and your idealistics up on this child. You have to understand that they will have their own wishes. They will have their own dreams. They will have their own wants. And you cannot force them to be something they don't want to be. You cannot force them to do things they don't want to do. You cannot force them to go places they don't want to go. In this dream, it seemed like this little girl, all she wanted to do was play with the cat and dog and carry on with, like, she was doing yard work or gardening or something like that. And the woman was trying to get her to go and do what. It's like I'm confused as to why she put her there. Anyway, like I said, it was nobody there. So I don't know if she was trying to shelter her. Maybe this is someone that you've been waiting so long that you're going to want to shelter the baby, or you're going to want to have the baby for yourself. And you think that the baby is not a doll. Okay. The baby is not, it is interesting because I said it was giving me Bratz vibes, because she went and got perfect outfits for the little girl. And she put the little girl in the little place where it was nobody there and she could follow her around. And she was just watching her and looking at God said the baby is not a doll now. Okay, it's not a Barbie doll. It's not this. The baby will not be a Barbie. Do not treat your baby like a Barbie doll. Do not treat your baby like your baby does not have their own mind, their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own wishes, their own dreams. They may not want to do the things that you like. They may not want to go the kind of places you want to go. They may not want to live the kind of life that you live. And, the reckless driving is represented when someone is driving you in a dream. Okay, when somebody is driving in a dream, they are in control. The mother wants to be in control of the daughter's life, but she was not realizing that she was wrecking it. Okay, she was doing this in a reckless manner. God may call this child to do something, and God is saying he is not going to allow you to get in his way. That is why God spoke and said, if you do this, you are not going to receive the results that you are expecting, and he will leave you. Because don't go against God now. God is giving you the baby that you asked for. God has given you the baby that you asked for. You need to have the understanding and the knowledge to know that this baby will have their own dreams, their own desires, their own wishes. They're going to like certain things that you're not going to like. They're going to want to do certain things you may not agree with. And it's not a bad thing. This little girl, she wasn't being rebellious. She wasn't being bad. She wasn't being conniving, she was literally playing outside with the animals. There is nothing wrong with that. And I just feel like, it may even be a situation where you may find that the child may want friends that you wouldn't approve of. But the fact that the mother started following the daughter with the dog and the cat, the same dog and the cat she was playing with, it's like, even like I don't, how do I say this? But long story short, God said, don't do that. Don't try to control this child now. Do not put yourself in a position to where you are overbearing the child and you are controlling the child and you are causing the child to have, anxiety and panic, and they don't know what to do, and they're trying to make you happy and they want to make you proud, and this child is going to yearn for your approval. But if you make your approval impossible, then you will make the child feel confused, just like the song she was singing, I have something to prove, but I have nothing to do. The mother wanted her to prove herself. She wanted to follow her and see what she was going to do, but she wanted to put her in a position to where she could do nothing. God said, don't do the baby that way. He will seek punishment upon you. He will seek judgment upon you now if you do this child this way. This is somebody we was waiting a long time for this baby. You waited a long time for this baby. And God said he going to give you the baby that you've been praying for. The baby you were fasting about. The baby you were crying about. God said this is the baby that you've been waiting a while for. God said he's going to give you this baby. Do not get this blessing from God and think that just because they are yours, this is a gift to you, that you control every aspect of the child. A child is not a toy. I'm sorry for yelling, but I feel like this is serious. Don't get to a point to where this child turns 12, 13, and they have all these dreams and all these wishes and all the things that they want to do, and you telling them, no, I don't like that. No, I don't think you should do that. No, that's not for you. God said, don't do this child that way. That is not fair to the child that you prayed for. That is not fair to the child that you cried over. It is not fair to the child that is yearning, that will be yearning to make you happy, to make you proud. This child is going to have a yearning to do something wonderful for you to be happy, for you to be proud of. And if you put the child in a position to where nothing that they do makes you happy, then they are like you. That is a messed up position to put a child in. I'm just going to say it that way. It is not fair to the child. And God is saying that he is not going to be happy with you if you do this. Because you have been waiting, and you have been praying, and you have been crying, and you have been waiting, and you have been waiting, and you have been waiting. And God says, here. For somebody is here. It's so close you can reach out and grab it. God said he is about to bless you with this baby. But don't get this baby and treat the baby like a doll. Do not get the baby and think that you can, don't do the child. There is a time limit. As a parent, I'm going to be real, say it is a time limit where you actually do have the opportunity to dress the child you want them to dress, and you can teach them how to dress, and you can do all these things. But they're going to eventually get to an age where they're going to be like, I don't like that. And you got to respect it. You cannot get upset with the child because they don't like what you like. You can't get mad at the child because they have wants and wishes that are different from yours. God is saying, don't be that way. Understand that the child is not going to be an exact duplicate of you. And that's okay. It is okay if your child does not want to do exactly what you want them to. It's okay. What they want to do is not something that is bad. And what they want to do is something that they are doing in an attempt to make you proud. And that's the message. Okay? That's the message. God says, be careful. Be careful now. He said, you do this child this way, he's leaving. You do this child this way, this is somebody that been praying. Lord, see, this is a dream come true. You've been praying and crying and crying and praying and praying and praying and praying. God said it's here. Don't you turn into a nightmare for the child. Don't treat the child that way. The child that you prayed for, the child you fasted for. You were begging God for this child now. Don't turn around and turn your back on God and treat the child as if they just got to do everything that you say. That's not fair to them, because the child has their own dreams, their own wishes, their own desires. And the biggest desire upon their heart is going to be to make you happy. So don't feel as though you have to, like, how do I say? I just feel like you don't be controlling like that and put them in a box. And you just want them to be in a box. That's really what it was. It was a big old box, and she was just watching the child while she was in the box. Don't do that now. This is not a collector's edition item. This is a baby. Like I said, this message is about a baby. This is not a collector's edition item. This is not like those little glass cups they used to give at McDonald's, the Disney cups, the collector's items. Now they probably worth hundreds of dollars on eBay. This is not that. This is a child. This is a baby. This is not a purse, a custom purse that's made a certain kind of way, and you got to sit it up on the shelf and make sure that you don't get no stains. This is a baby. This is not a pair of shoes, one-of-a-kind shoes, and you got to make sure you keep them in a box, because can't nobody touch your shoes. You don't even wear the shoes, because if somebody spill wine on your shoes, you're going to have a fit. God said, this is a baby. This is a baby. This is a baby. This baby is going to grow into a person, a tiny person, and then a big person. When you get this baby, don't you dare treat this baby like they are a Barbie doll or a Bratz doll and feel as though you are going to be able to pick what kind of personality they gonna have, and pick what kind of job they gonna have, and pick what kind of career they go after, and you gonna pick this, and those are the same thing. You gonna pick what kind of friends they have. You gonna pick what kind of hobbies. God said this is a person. This is a baby that will turn into a tiny person, that will turn into a big person. They have their own dreams. They have their own wishes. They have their own goals. And the biggest goal they have up on their heart is to make you happy. And if you don't allow yourself to get in between the feeling of being a proud parent, because if you try to overbear this child, then you will not be able to feel the sense of accomplishment that you did a good job raising your child, because you yourself are not allowing your child to be who they were meant to be. God said he will not be happy with you about this. He said he will leave you. And, I know that's scary. Baby, I know it may be some people that's going to be like, I don't know if I want the baby. That God says it's too late. You already asked for. This is something you've been asking for years for, baby. You've been wanting a baby for a long time. You've been begging and wishing and crying about this. God said he promised you is yours. He is not a man that he should lie. No promise that he promises anybody will return to him void. You are going to receive this baby. But when you get this baby, understand the baby is not a doll. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.